You head your way to the captain's quarters?
I do.
All right. You head to the door, it's closed. You hear, like, from a moment, you hear this kind of, sounds like the sound of rushing water.
She's cleaning up.
I'll try the door.
Okay, it opens up. It's the normal kind of office, kind of den setup, but there's the balcony out back that opens up, and there in the balcony, Avantika's standing on the balcony, and you can see there's this like column of water that's rising up out of the ocean, and she's nude, and it's just washing her, like she's kind of in the process. She's in the throes of kind of manipulating this water. She's just learning whatever this new gifted power that she has, and is just, her hair is twirling up into the stream, and it's this beautiful almost dance between her and this elemental force that she now has. And she kind of looks back over her shoulder at you, knowing that you've been there for at least a couple minutes. I'll be just a moment.
Don't rush on my account.
Eventually the water splashes down and off the side. She walks back out of the night air and pulls her hair up and kind of ties it off.
I've seen this film.
Takes the little silk robe and places it over and sits down. There are already 2 glasses placed on the table, and she uncorks it and pours 2 glasses.
To your success.
To our success in time, eh?
One can hope. It's only fair. You've been on this journey far longer than I have.
This is true. Not the best wine you've had, but it's serviceable. Well, I am excited for you to experience this.
I am as well. Is it everything you thought it would be?
I've only but scratched the surface, and I've never felt a connection like this with the sea that has been my life. It's incredible. I can only do it in bursts, but I can cause it to swell and move and part and flood and shift. It's soon. She reaches out and touches the top of your hand. Soon, I promise. Now, we were talking before, and I think it's only fair. And she takes another big sip. Your blade is very interesting. I knew one other who had a blade very similar. Referred to it as the Sword of Fathoms.
Sword of Fathoms.
The previous chosen.
Can you tell me more about this person who wielded it?
His name was Vansley. A fine sailor and a foolish coward he ended up to be, but he was the one that opened my eyes to the destiny of Okatora. We traveled together for a number of years before he just abandoned and absconded with something important. I've been trying to find out where he went, but he is very slippery, and wherever he is, either what you have in your sword is what he took away, or wherever he is, he has the third with him.
And this Vandrin, you say he told you about the Sword of Fathoms, or he had a Sword of Fathoms?
He carried the same blade.
Carried the same one. Was there an area, a destination, a direction that you last knew that he was going? Is it in our interest to try and find him?
It is very much in our interests. We were going to go and visit this very island some time ago, when he was the only one to have one of these orbs.
How did you find, if you don't mind my asking, yours?
Well, I had to kill a number of men. It was being auctioned off in Port du Malais. And there was a collector. Word had gotten to us that this artifact was sold off to this individual. And, well, needless to say, he put up a bit of a struggle.
I'm sure he did.
But thankfully, this collector enjoyed nights long at sea, and that happens to be our specialty. So his corpse now adorns one of the many beautiful islands, and, well, now I have this beautiful reminder in the hand. You can see it's now mostly healed over. But there is like a scar where this orb once resided in her palm.
I'll stand and just kind of pace around the quarters, looking at the various iconography of the serpent.
As you're pacing, she just kind of talks towards you. It's very interesting that you carry the same blade as Van Zoen did. And come to me with what could very well be the same orb. Do you know this one? This Van Zoen?
I don't. Well, we should find him.
Make a deception check.
'23. This sword came to me in a very unusual way. I've been a sailor for many years myself and was lost at sea during a storm. And when I woke up, I found myself on the shore, and there in the waves next to me was this sword. I don't know how I got there, but as soon as I grasped it, it changed everything. The sword, however, did not have the eye we found later, my companions and me.
Who else was on this ship with you?
Various other sailors, our captain.
Who is your captain?
Captain Twitchwood. Do you know him?
She smiles. I appreciate that you are a very accomplished liar. But so am I. And the only reason I still sit here before you with the dozen or so scars I carry is because I have been very keen at seeing through the same skill.
A 23 level skill? Okay. Then I'm sure you can understand the need for secrecy for a small circle.
You know Van Zoen, don't you?
I do.
And he was on this ship that you shipwrecked on, eh? Do you remember where the storm was?
I remember where we found the stone.
Do you remember where the storm was?
The storm.
That sunk the ship you were on.
Yes?
And this was the last time you saw Van Zoen?
I feel like you know the rest of this story, and I'm at a disadvantage.
I don't necessarily. I've not seen Van Zoen since he absconded with this... many things. But he would not travel without both that sword you carry and the orb he stole from us. So wherever that ship has sunken, there's a very good chance that it has The third missing orb. Do you remember where the ship sunk?
I do remember where the ship sank.
Then, my friend, I think we're going to do even more amazing things together.
I agree. I believe that will have to wait until we find ourselves on Darktoe, though.
I have been patient this long. I can be patient a bit further. Very well. And she kind of leans forward with the wine glass very close and goes, "It's been a very long day. I think rest is in order."
I would agree.
She takes a big, long drink of wine, sets it down. Well, there are ways to complete a hopeful future pact together. Many different ways. So,
Fade to tentacles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, I'm going for it. I will. Oh, yeah. Oh God. Okay. Yep. I will keep Avantika's hand and walk around the desk, and I will try the old lean in and see what the reaction is.
man, all right.
Oh man, I'm getting some twitch wood right here.
Quickly, her hand grabs the back of your head and pulls you in.
Oh shit.
She's a very powerful woman, and you find yourself very quickly overpowered. And you are allowed to. For the sake of brevity. Not the most restful evening you've had, but an evening is had.
Make a constitution check.
No, I'm never going to do that in a game. Sure, go for it then. That's your own day.
16.
No.
You succeed the check, but you disappoint your dungeon master.
So, I wouldn't call it a romantic evening.
Sure.
But a very
An adrenaline.
union of two business
yes.
partners of a similar goal.
The sound of fish slapping against each other. They're both of the sea. Right in the blowhole.
Do I make my way back to quarters before sunup? I don't know if I want to stay the entire evening there.
You do fall asleep together, unless you choose to not wish to.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna stay. I'm not gonna stay.
Okay.
No, you don't walk out. You don't walk out of the captain's quarters at sunup. Plus, we're super tired, so I will leave and try and stealth back into the quarters with everyone else.
I have a passive perception of 18.
I know.
Hopefully, you're super asleep.
I know. Roll a stealth check.
Come on, compromise gods. 18.
You carefully and quietly tiptoe your way through the hallway to your assigned quarters. Caduceus, one eye suddenly opens as you are keen to be somewhat aware, living alone out in the middle of a dangerous wood, to any sort of aberrant noise in the vicinity. You hear the faint creak of very gentle footsteps as Fjord makes his way into your chambers.
Can I figure out what happened just by looking at him?
Yeah.
Bad sense of smell.
Sleep well with your bad decisions.
As you all rest, a long rest,
Long.
at sea as the Squall Eater and the Mistake.